Good morning, happy new year. Really, it's January 2nd. I haven't filmed since Christmas because I've been relaxing and just doing little stuff when I can. I haven't gotten all that much done, but give you a bit of an update. This shelf is definitely the biggest thing. It's kind of cool looking, got that little support with the trim, little bungee. Fills that space nicely and adds a lot of storage for like kitchen stuff. The face is on that table. I don't know if I showed you that. I might have. At some point, I'm gonna have to make this table longer, but that's a problem for another time. So everything else looks. Oh, this fridge. So it's locked, right? But then this pulls up, pulls the pin out of holes in the floor, and then it slides. So that's, I think, a pretty nifty locking system. Other than that, there really wasn't much progress made. Got a new floor mat, which is really cool. But that's just kind of how these work. You do a lot of big stuff and make a lot of progress, and then it's just weeks of little details, it seems. So that's what we're doing today. More little details. I've got my list. I went to Home Depot, and we'll get to it. All right, first thing I got going on is carbon monoxide detector, because I have the diesel heater and I'm not trying to die from a silent killer or a smellless killer. I think that's what carbon monoxide is, right? Can't smell it. Either way, putting that in, and a magnet latch for this door, because when I'm driving, it freaking swings open all the time. So magnet latch, carbon monoxide detector. That's step one. These drums are pretty simple. You stick the battery in them and you hang them up. All right, and now you hang them up using these little picture hanger things. So do the same thing I do with the handles. Put a piece of tape over, mark the holes, and then you have the right distance. Okay, holes are marked. I'm putting this in where the diesel heater is, because I think that makes most sense. Maybe it's smarter to keep it out. It's just 2 screws. I can switch it if I need to. It's definitely better having it here than not having it. All right, that's in. Oh, also the fishing rod comes all the way through to there. I don't know if that's my favorite design, but it's really the only way I can make it fit at the moment. When I get the roof rack all set up, I think there'll be some space up there. But for now, it goes in my kitchen. All right, now we do magnetic latch. These are also pretty simple. Little baggies, comes with all the screws you need. And the fun part, well, you decide if it's fun. It's the magnets have these little, like, the corners are bent, so you can press them in the wood and it'll tell you where they need to be. So they get stored with the sticky part in. I just flip them around, and then probably gonna have to block behind this, I guess. I am gonna have to cut a block so that this has something strong enough to screw to. So let's do that, I suppose. Where's my tape measure? Why do I sound like such an old man? Block is in. And now we attach the magnet, the bigger part, to there. And then when you press the door up against it, the little spikes will mark where these go. And then you attach these to those spots. Boom. Magnet done. All right, next up is this sliding door panel. Well, not that one. That one's a different idea that's gonna happen later. But that one I'm gonna get made. I don't wanna copy it exactly. I'm gonna make it, you know, so hopefully it covers most of the door. But I will use that as a starting point, measure off all the edges, and then I'll be able to transfer that over to the piece of wood. That's the plan. Boom, boom. Wow, that doesn't look that. It's kind of a cool pattern. You can kind of see it. I know you guys only saw a time lapse of that, but it took a whole long time. So if it takes you a long time, don't worry. That was a bazillion little cuts, little cuts, little cuts. Start small, make it bigger, make it all fit. Measure off of stuff that stays consistent. And hopefully you end up with a nice, clean door panel. Success. On to the next thing. All right, it's like an hour later. I haven't done anything else, but I've made a list of stuff to do, and I've ordered a bunch of stuff to complete said list. So still kind of progress. Sun's about to be down, but I'm gonna try to get the inverter finally came in. I'm gonna try to get that situated up in here. God, that wrist does not work properly. Should be fitting right in that slot, but we have to see. How'd you let it get this way? Nice, that should fit. Once inverter is properly installed, see the power switch on back to the on position. A duh. Could go that way too. That's probably better. Alright, well, it looks like it's gonna fit. I think it comes with wires. Indeed. Oh, and a fuse. That's okay. There will be space. Really nice if these lugs are just big enough. So I don't have to cut them. They look like they're not. How we let it get this way? So one end fits, but that's probably the end that attaches to the inverter. Oh, maybe not. Those are pretty small. Damn, they just have them correct like that? Wow. Would not expect. And the fuse is already inlined? Okay, well this should go pretty easily. The fuse is already in line, so that's like way easier. And the cable has the correct lug for the terminal, and then a bigger one. These are different sizes. How did they know I was gonna need that? It's a 1500 watt inverter, 3000 surge, which powers pretty much all I use is a laptop, or maybe a projector, like a little tiny micro projector. So I don't really need a big inverter. Switch wire just looks like a old school internet cable. I guess that's still how the internet works for some people. Okay. Okay, now the fun part of connecting it. So I could disconnect everything from the battery with the kill switch, and kind of make it easier, but then you wouldn't have light to see. So I'm just gonna do it, make sure I keep everything connected. If you're doing it, disconnect from your battery, and don't be stupid like me, I guess. But that's a good general lesson just in life, is to not really do what I do. All right, then we turn this on. We all good. Keep it off for now. I'm gonna have to cut a notch out of this so that wire comes through. Notches cut. Boom. And the inverter is in. And nothing is broken. It's a pretty nice looking electrical box. Super easy to work on. I think I can probably put a little shelf that pops in. I don't know if I'll need the space. We'll see if I need the space. Okay, and then we just gotta find where we want to put this little switchy switch. I feel like probably just right there. So I moved the Bluetooth sensor over, and I'm gonna put the switch right in there, which pretty much just means trace and cut. Now I can turn it on with the switch. Alright, well, that all works. I gotta tidy some stuff up, but other than that, success, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Unless it's snowing, then the next day, but you know, you won't know. Bye!